Today I wanted to chat about skin health. So for those who don't know me, my name is Sandrine Olmy and I'm a registered nutritional therapist and I specialize in hormone health and digestion. So when we talk about, I have actually a lot of clients who come to me with skin complaints, and they don't necessarily link it to other areas of the body, but there is a big connection between our skin and our gut. And it's very well known now. There's lots and lots of research that a lot of skin condition like acne, like rosacea, psoriasis, just even dry skin is potentially linked to our digestion and the way we absorb our nutrients. So today I wanted to share the best food to eat to boost your skin, to make sure that you maintain a nice glowing skin. So the first ingredients that may not come to mind is protein, because protein contains amino acids that are basically designed to repair our skin and just to maintain our skin basically, and repair any damaged tissues. So having a bit of protein at every meal is really helpful. So think about eggs, think about nuts and seeds maybe for breakfast, have a bit of protein for your lunch. It's really easy to make a really quick salad and forget to add the protein, but actually not only is it good for your skin, it's also going to keep you nice and full. And and energized as well. It's going to basically stop you from having this dip in the afternoon, when your energy just drops. So protein at every meal, absolutely every meal. You don't need a huge amount. It's really easy to overdo it, but it's also really easy to forget about protein. And if you don't eat meat or fish, think about pulses as well. They're fantastic. Your chickpeas and lentils and things like that. You can add those to salads too. All right, so protein, number one. First thing to eat to keep your skin nice and healthy. Number two is healthy fat. Now, as we get older, our skin doesn't produce as much sebum as it used to, and that's what keeps it moist. And also many people, as we get older, perhaps watch our weight and have tendencies to cut out fat from our diet. But we actually need some. We need some really good fat. Our brain, 60% of our brain is made of fat. So, the right balance helps us, keep sharp and also helps our skin stay nice and moisturized. So what are the symptoms of low fat? Okay, when there's too little fat in your diet, what kind of signs can you see? So number one is poor vitamin absorption. There are some specific vitamins, they're called fat-soluble vitamins, that need a bit of fat to be absorbed. And they are vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K, which means that, for example, vitamin A is found in orange produce, so your butternut squash, your carrots, your sweet potato. So if you want to help your body absorb the vitamin A from those vegetables, you need a little bit of fat on them. So a bit of butter, a bit of olive oil, that will help your body absorb those wonderful vitamins. Okay. Another sign is actually poor, mental health or depression or, brain issues. That's another sign for too low fat. And when I say too low, we're obviously talking about the beneficial fat, the omega-3, okay? And omega-9 from olive oil, but we want to reduce omega-6 that you find in vegetable oils and also all kind of processed food that's perhaps fried or that, that prepared with highly processed fats, because the more it's processed, the more it becomes toxic basically, and the body really finds it hard to deal with it. So that's why we want to balance our omega-6 and our omega-3, and the ratio should be 4:1, the omega-6 to omega-3. But very often in a typical diet that someone may have at the moment, is very often 20 to 1. So, you know, we have to make an effort to make sure that we get enough, basically. Okay. So another sign that you are not eating enough fat is cravings for carbohydrates. I know it sounds a bit strange, but fat keeps you full. So if you have enough fat, you will not crave sugar, you will not crave carbohydrate, you know, like bread and pasta and that kind of thing. All right. And then another sign is hormone imbalance and also weight gain and overeating. I think that kind of goes alongside the cravings. So eating good fat really helps you feel satisfied and yeah, and you don't feel like reaching for perhaps food that you don't really want to eat. Okay, so which fats are healthy? Just a little reminder. Olive oil, fantastic, that's your omega-9. Coconut oil, obviously in moderation, but it has got lovely properties. So that's a good one to use. And also, you can cook at really high temperature with coconut oil. It doesn't get affected by heat like other oils would do, all right? Butter from organic milk is fine, totally fine. Again, you know, in moderation, but a little bit every day is totally fine. And then your nuts and seeds, and those I recommend to go for unroasted, so raw nuts and seeds, so that you get all the nutrients from those ingredients. Eggs are fantastic. I mentioned eggs for breakfast or for lunch. I usually have eggs for lunch. It's quite easy to add some vegetables to it, and then in terms of carbs, I like to add pulses as well, so make something really quick but healthy. Avocados are a good one. Yeah, that's kind of your main healthy fats. And then the one that's not on here is your oily fish. Okay, so a nice way to remember is a little word to remember is SMASH. That's your fish that contains omega-3. So that's salmon, mackerel, anchovies, sardine, and herring, if you like that kind of thing. All right, so what else should we be eating to have a lovely skin and to feel great from the inside out? So basically having lots and lots of colors. So, you know, just try and have different varieties of vegetables on your plate every single day. And then, you know, go with the season as well. You know, there's some amazing produce at the moment. So try to vary and your skin will love it. Now, the next point is basically food that are really kind for your gut. So if you know that you have any sort of digestive issues, it is definitely worth looking into it to really understand what's going on. So if you feel bloated, if you experience acid reflux or gas or constipation, all of these are signs that your gut is not quite happy, not quite balanced. So that will have an impact on the rest of your body. Our immune system is situated in the gut. You know, 80% of our immune system is in the gut. So, and quite often when we have a skin issue, it is actually a sign that something is not quite right in the gut. So, you know, really connect with your body, really listen and see, you know, what's happening. Your body is giving you clues. So, which is amazing. It's really, really helpful. So gut-friendly food, and I have a guide in the group, and I will share the link underneath this video to basically a guide that basically tells you about gut-friendly foods and the 5 steps to reduce bloating after eating. The next point is collagen. There's lots and lots of conversations about collagen, and you know, basically the body produces collagen, and you can either include collagen as a powder in your supplement regime, or you can also look for foods that help with the production of collagen. So things like vitamin C, anything that's really rich in antioxidants. Again, protein is really helpful for the production of collagen. So the other thing you can do is make bone broth. So that's with organic chicken. You will cook it for a long time so that all the collagen from the bones of the chicken end up in the stock, and then you can consume that as it is, or you can use it for a soup or for a stew or something like that. All right. And then the last thing that I want to recommend is to drink green tea, because green tea is really rich in antioxidants. So again, it helps us get rid of toxins that we don't want in the body. So your next step for, achieving really glowing skin, especially as you go through, as you get older and as you go through perimenopause, I think a lot of ladies are experiencing changes in their skin. So think about what you can eat, and think about, as a little summary is, number one, think about your hormones. Are they balanced? Do they need a little support? And if they do, please feel free to reach out, because that's how I can help. Okay. Number two is to really, take care of your digestion. Again, if you have any kind of symptoms, feel free to reach out. All right. Number three is to look at things that can that can influence your skin in a negative ways, like sugar and gluten. And I'm going to share a little story actually. Basically, it was just before Christmas. I noticed a little brown spot on my face right there, okay? And I didn't think much of it, but I did realize that it was growing, okay? So it was like a brown spot, I suppose. It was a little bit bumpy, didn't look very nice, but I just kept an eye on it. And I had it for quite a few months, I have to say, but I really noticed it around December last year. And as we were approaching Christmas time, of course, I went to see my family in France, so really enjoyed in all sorts of treats. So my sugar consumption was much higher than normal. And guess what? I was noticing this spot was actually growing. Over Christmas, it definitely grew. And that really, really worried me. And then in January, I launched this program called NutriClean, which is a bit of a detox, where we remove sugar, we remove dairy, and eat lots of really fresh ingredients. Lots of fruits, lots of vegetables. And guess what? My brown spot actually disappeared. It's not there anymore. It's gone. And I'm still blown away by this. It really shows that what you eat does affect your skin. So there we go. Reducing sugar and gluten can really help as well. I'm not saying you have to reduce it forever, but you can still have those treats. I still have birthday cakes, and I do have a sweet tooth, and I do love chocolate. But just be aware, if you have got an issue and something is flaring up, your skin is flaring up, you've got eczema or something like that, dry patch, try reducing sugar and see what happens. You may find that either your patch will disappear, or at least it will reduce and may not be as itchy. Just try that. But really, reducing sugar will basically help with rebalancing the gut bacteria, and have more good bacteria than not so good. Number 4, identify your food intolerances. If there is anything that doesn't agree with you, I would definitely, recommend to park that food for a while, support your gut, and then see if you can reintroduce that food. And then something really interesting I'm spending more and more time doing is looking at genetics. There's some tests you can do that can show you how your body actually functions. It actually gives you like a blueprint of your body. And it shows you which genes are working 100%, are fully switched on, and which genes may not be fully switched on or off even. And the way our body works, we use cofactors, that's what they're called, to get our genes to function. And these cofactors are vitamins and minerals. So once you know how your body functions, how you've got different cycles in your body, including a detoxification cycle, once you know which of these cofactors you're potentially missing, then you can support your body and really feel 100 times better. I've done this genetic test. I know how my body works. I know I'm not absorbing B vitamins. That affects my energy levels. So when I go for methylated Bs now, my energy just rises. So yes, you can, if you've been struggling with an issue for a long, long time and you've tried all sorts of things and you're getting really frustrated, I really feel you because I've been there. But there are ways, okay? You can use diet. Sometimes diet is not enough. So there are some amazing supplements out there. And then if that is not enough, then you need to dig deeper and find out really what's going on. And that's what I'm here for, to help you find a way so you feel fantastic and look fantastic, because we are talking about skin today.